Hello everyone, I'm Ep18,
And I am Sandman99.
and welcome back to the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim Special Edition with Winterfrost.
Yes. And in the last episode, we came and warned Riverwood of the impending dragon attack.
And did a little bit more than that,
Well,
some side curriculum.
Well, we got to got to know Girder a little bit better, and we got acquainted briefly with
Camilla.
And now we're on our way to Whiterun to warn the Jarl that there is trouble just around the bend.
Ah, you're gonna go all the way over there so that you can come all the way back here?
That's right, because that's how these games work.
I mean, you could just go up and do the thing, and then take it with you over there.
Yeah, I know, but this is better form. And also, quite often, I haven't been, playing a character to the extent that I played this one. I usually want to visit Farengar and get a few useful spells and that kind of thing, too.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, what's going on here? Uh-oh.
You're being attacked.
Yeah. That was my vampire reflexes, by the way.
Yep.
Whoops, I think I accidentally shot the dog, or a wolf or something.
You did.
Yeah. Okay. That's it for those guys. And I'm gonna take all their stuff. or at least some of their stuff. I don't think I need to... Oh, I just gained another level thing as a vampire here.
Nice.
So I get 2 more skill points to spend. But I'm going to take this guy's stuff first, because they quite often do carry a little bit of useful stuff. And then we'll see under better vampires. Skills. Okay. So I've got 2 skill points to spend. And under Blooded Vampire... Okay. I could use this power to turn NPCs into vampires, if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm.
And this one, I can basically draw on my blood bar to restore my health and magicka if I run into trouble. This one basically lets me see living creatures, dead creatures, undead machines, and so on.
Ooh, that might be useful.
They all look like different colors, kind of.
I'd get that one.
And this one, I can turn into a cloud of mist. And while I'm a cloud of mist, I am impervious to all attacks. And I have an increased movement rate. And it will last for as long as my stamina, magicka, and or blood point bar remain,
Yeah.
not empty. So this is a good escape type of thing.
I think the reveal auras thing, though, that would be good for when you're actually, navigating around a dungeon to see what's up ahead and where the enemies are at and things like that.
Maybe, yep. See, I could get Vampire Servant so I could reanimate bodies, too. But I don't know, it's just another pet spell, basically, and I don't know that those are... the zombie thing is necessarily very useful. At least in my experience. Yeah, so we'll go with the reveal auras thing. So the next rank is Vampire Night Stalker. And that's when I gain the Hemalurgic Spike ability, which is like an ice spike that does a shit ton of damage.
And apparently absorbs health, too.
And absorbs health. And I can also... this is an ability that you normally would only get as a Vampire Lord, but I can gain this ability in my human form, too, right?
Nice.
Where you can telekinetically grab a person and lift them in the air and damage them.
Yep.
Yeah. And then this one, basically I can stun targets within a small area. And this one is another, like, protective type shield, right? So it looks like there's some useful abilities just around the corner. But meanwhile, we'll keep feeding because that's how we keep gaining power.
Yep.
And of course, we'll have to do a little bit of
Foot looting.
foot looting here.
All the foot fetishists in the comments section will be happy.
Oh, and that one had the vampire hunting. Well, all you see is the steel boot there, really, but, you know. Uh-oh, now what?
Where'd you come from?
Oh, wolves.
More wolves. All the wolves, all the time.
Yeah.
And somebody ice spiked the dog in the ass.
Yeah, that would be Serana. Pretty funny, one of our viewers posted and suffers from the same problems with Serana and other spellcasters as I have always historically suffered from, and that is getting shot in the ass with an ice spike, or hit by an ice storm, or, you know, being in the area of effect of a carelessly cast fireball and that kind of thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Because, you know, like, Serana is not necessarily extremely cautious about where she casts her magic.
Yep.
Which becomes quite apparent once you have Lydia with her, because Lydia has a bad temper, and if Serana's magic damages Lydia enough times, she'll turn around and basically whoop her butt, right?
Yep.
And surprisingly enough, Lydia is enough of a tank that Serana is actually no match for her. At
Go
least
figure.
in my experience, anyway. Lydia usually comes out on top in those particular disagreements.
That's why you got your chill pill.
Yeah, that's why I got the chill pill mod, or spell mod, because that at least stops your followers from fighting amongst themselves. Now this guy's going to tell me I can't go in.
City's closed with the dragons about. Official business only.
And I'll be very persuasive.
But we'll be keeping an eye on you.
Yeah. Okay, and we are in Whiterun, and look at all the flowers. My God. I think I've been in Whiterun before, though. Sure I have. Yeah. So all these flowers have grown back since the last time I picked them all.
Maybe they all respawned when you decided to do this quest.
Possibly. They do respawn once in a while anyway. They don't stay picked forever.
True.
Anyway, I'm just going to show a little trick for all of the people out there that like to play as a vampire and wonder how they can possibly feed when no one in town ever seems to sleep. Well, there is one group of people that actually sleep regularly.
And it's guards.
And it's guards.
They're on the clock to sleep, damn it.
And actually, there's the big barracks at the other end behind the bannered mayor. And that's another place I usually alternate days between here and there, so I don't accidentally drain a guard to death by feeding on them too many times in a 24-hour period, right?
Right.
Because unlike vanilla vampirism, where you can feed on somebody 500 times and it doesn't seem to hurt them, with this mod, if you feed on somebody too much, like usually twice, some stronger NPCs it might be 3 times, but
Yep.
You can actually drain NPCs to death, right?
Not that it really matters for guards, because they do respawn after a while.
Yeah, I know, but you don't want to kill them because it's just more convenient to have them there when you need them, right? I'm just going to check in here. And yeah, I've been in here before, too.
When you need them to arrest you for things.
Well, no, when I need to go back in there and feed on somebody again, well, then that guy will be there.
I have a strong need for guards when I put a bucket on Bellathor's head.
Yeah, even this is respawn too, right?
Bucket kettle.
I don't know. I've never tried to do that.
I don't even know if that still works. That was like 10 years ago now.
Yeah, well, I can remember watching the spiffing Brit take advantage of some really weird things in Skyrim too, like using a bucket to levitate himself.
Oh, yeah.
Right? You know, like if you stood on, somehow managed to stand on top of the bucket and then grab a hold of it and lift it up, well, then you can lift it up and yourself along with it, right?
Yep.
And here comes Irileth.
What's the meaning of this interruption? Jarl Balgrup is not receiving visitors.
Yeah, I have news about the dragon
Why the
attack.
guards let you in? Come on then. The Jarl will want to speak to you personally.
See that? Irileth walks like she's got a watermelon under each arm.
Well, she is like, the house Carl, right?
So, you were at Helgen.
Yeah, I know.
You saw this dragon with your own eyes?
Yep, it destroyed Helgen and it was heading this way.
Irileth was right. What do you say now, Proventus? Shall we continue to trust in the strength of our walls against the dragon?
My lord, we should send troops to Riverwood at once. It's in the most immediate danger.
I don't think her arms are long enough to draw that sword.
The Jarl of Falkirk will do that.
She'd have to like grab it by the blade part when it was, you know, 3/4 of the way out of the scabbard, right?
Well, no, she probably does a technique where she draws partially from the hip and then pushes the scabbard back.
Irileth, send a detachment to Riverwood at once.
I believe that's how you draw a longer sword from a hip sheath.
Excuse me.
Oh.
I'll return to my duties.
Or you draw it ahead of time and then just go into battle with it unsheathed.
Well done. You sought me out on your own initiative. You've done Whiterun.
Now he's going to give me some useless junk of some sort. Yeah, elven gilded armor.
There is another thing you could do for me. Suitable for someone of your particular talents, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Let's go find Farengar, my court wizard. He's been looking into a matter related to these dragons and rumors of dragons.
Okay.
So here's a question. So you escape Helgen, and then you go to Riverwood, and then you come here, and then he's asking you to go dungeon delving. How does he know that's your talent? How does he know you're not just some random motherfucker who just, like, walked up the road and survived somehow?
Yeah, you're one of those incredibly lucky people who can...
walk
you know,
between
like,
towns.
Yeah, walk through, you know, an earthquake or something and come out untouched on the other side just due to, you know, like, incredible luck, right?
I think I found someone who can help you with your...
Because from what I can remember of the vanilla start, you don't really do a whole lot of dragon fighting. You do a lot of like running and dodging and jumping and that kind of thing, but...
Yes, I could use someone to fetch something for me.
Wow, I'm so tall I can't even see Farengar.
I really mean delve into a dangerous ruin in search of an ancient
It's okay.
stone
He's not
tablet
much of a sight to
that
see.
may or may
Yeah.
not actually be there.
Okay, where am I going
Straight
and
to
what
the
am I
point, then.
getting?
No need for tedious hows and whys. I like that. Leave those details to your betters, am I right? I learned of a certain stone tablet said to be housed in Bleak Falls Barrow. A dragon stone, said to contain a map of dragon burial sites. Go to Bleak Falls Barrow, find this tablet, no doubt interred in the main chamber, and bring it to me. Simplicity itself.
Okay, anything else I should know?
An old tomb, built by the ancient Nords, perhaps dating back to the Dragon War itself. Ah, maybe you just want to know how to get there. It's near Riverwood, a miserable little village a few miles south of here.
I don't know, it didn't seem too miserable. People there generally seem pretty happy.
Yeah, but Farengar here is kind of an arrogant motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay, how do you know the stone tablet is
We must
there?
preserve some professional secrets, mustn't we? I have my sources.
Yeah, somebody else told you that's what it is, and you don't want me to know about that. Okay, should I ask him any of these other million questions that many people have already asked him a million times before, or should I just go?
You should just buy shit and then go.
Okay.
Remember,
This is a priority.
your mind is the best
Well,
weapon
we'll-
you have.
Fight this
Yeah,
dragon
we'll check out to see if I've got any,
before it's too
okay.
late.
Of course, Jarl Balgroof. You seem to have found me an able assistant.
Yeah.
I'm sure she will prove most useful.
Hey, Shorty, have you got anything for sale?
Oh, I thought you were already on your way. So, you wish to master the arcane arts?
See if I've got anything for sale. I could sell this staff of mage light instead of carrying it around everywhere with me. Maybe I should do that, hey? It's kind of...
8 pounds less.
Yeah.
And 111 gold more.
Yeah, and what else can I sell?
How about all those amulets of Stendar? You've got enough of them.
Yeah, I've got quite a few of these too. Novice hood, novice hood. There, now we can sell the amulet of Stendar. Now let's see what you've got for sale. Let's see here. Here, firebolt, blah 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 blah. Ice spike, lightning bolt. Okay. There sure are a lot of different spells now. A lot of summoning spells. Okay. Okay, I guess I don't qualify for any of the higher level time spells.
There are some things you could probably buy, though.
Yep. I'm thinking about... We'll get the next level of destruction type things, right? So ice spike, lightning bolt, firebolt. Okay. We'll sell some more of these things.
Hey, buddy, you want an amulet of Stendar again?
Yeah, really. Hey, yeah. I could sell 2 of those off now. Yeah.
Too bad he doesn't buy potions.
Yeah, really. Well, we'll have to go and maybe...
Visit What's-Her-Nuts?
Until next
Yeah,
time.
we'll have to wait until daytime for a short while. Did he say I could buy property yet?
I don't think so.
No, he didn't say I could buy property
No, I don't think that becomes a thing until
until after your return or something.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Plus, I don't see What's-His-Nuts around anyways.
Yeah. Well, he's probably sleeping.
Dick.
That's where he's going right now. He's going to go and sleep for like 2 hours, and then he's going to get up again.
Because he had to be in that chair just at that moment.
That's right. It was a scripted event.
Yeah, as soon as you were born into the world, he's been sitting in that throne ever since. Ass parked right there, just waiting for you to come. Hasn't had a bathroom break in all this playtime, man.
Yeah. Wow. Well, we'll have a short nap while we wait for all the stores to be open again. And then we'll go and do a little bit of shopping. Oh, I almost fell off the edge there. There's no hand railings on that set of steps. See, he's on his way back down now.
He probably didn't even make his way all the way to his room.
Probably not.
The ground you walk quake as you
Oh, man.
Hey, yeah, there's that guy. Right?
I serve Jarl
Looking for
Baldur.
work. Got any
Jarl has
leads?
put out a bounty to slay a
Kill
giant.
these bandits.
Kill this
Oh,
giant.
kill this giant. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Okay, looks like, yeah, I can't buy property
Enjoy
yet.
your visit to Dragon's Reach.
Kill the giant at Sleeping Tree Camp. Okay, maybe later. I'm a little busy right now. Guess we should read those spell tomes. And then we'll jog out into the harmful rays of the sun, because we have to in order to get some shopping done.
You mean in order to get some potion selling done?
Yeah, that too.
I still have absolutely no idea how you have any money at all whatsoever.
Well, I don't pay, like, I don't spend it all on training for, you know, various things and stuff, right?
I'm always broke.
Do you get to the Cloud District very often? Oh, what am I saying?
Okay, well, we'll go in here first.
I'm sure you'll find it.
What do I got for ingredients on me anyway? Not too much stuff, right? Oh, I could eat those. Okay.
If not, let me know. I might have
Well, look at that,
some
even
there.
her store is restocked again, too.
What do you need, my friend?
See, I could start a romance with Arcadia if I wanted to,
Oh,
too.
fuck.
But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm busy. Oh. Potions of resist frost. She should be able to buy lots of those from me. Okay.
That'll free up some weight.
Yeah, then we'll go see Bellathor, and hopefully Bellathor will have a couple of grand soul gems or something, or a useful enchantment that we can buy. Because then that'll mean we can sell more potions.
Everything's
What you got for sale?
odds and ends, that sort of thing.
Okay. Ooh, sleeping tree sap. Yeah, potions of healing, stale blood potions. Okay, that we could sell. That we could sell. Those temporary health boost things, I find that they boost so little health temporarily that they're hardly worth the trouble, right? And they don't stack, so it's not like you can take 16 of them and benefit from it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, we can sell a few of those because we got some extra ones. And, like, sell that, we can sell those. And, okay, well, it looks like that's just about it for potions. We still have some outfit type stuff that we could sell here, too. So let's see what he's got. Ring of blocking. Okay. He has a grand soul gem, so we'll buy that, and then we can finish selling off some of our useless potions. Maybe even sell a couple of those, I don't know why that one's more than that one. They do the same thing.
Because one's a higher grade of potion.
I don't know. If it does the job, it does the job, right? Okay. I think we've sold off all of our excess potions now. We can start selling this stuff. Yep. Okay. And he doesn't have enough money to buy that from me. I could sell one of these weird scrolls, though. That I have no use for. Okay, well, I guess that will have to do for now.
Do come back.
And I know I'm carrying around a lot of weight, but that tent and firewood and all that kind of crap weighs a fair bit too.
I ain't done nothing.
I guess now we'll head back up to the attic room
It's a shame, isn't
and
it?
wait for dark before we leave.
The dragon bum room?
The dragon bum room, yeah. Well, I notice you don't get a well-rested bonus from the bed. You only get rested, right?
Yep.
So obviously, it doesn't belong to you. What I was thinking one of these days, if I feel ambitious, though, is there is some space in this attic area that is not being used for anything. In particular, this space over here. And so I thought maybe I would expand on the Skyrim as my player home by maybe putting a bed and a cloud storage chest and a safe storage chest in here.
Yeah, why not?
You know, like we'll just expand on that mod and then, you know, maybe someday. Just because, you know, like this area, at least as far as I know, well, I mean, I've got almost 250 mods and I'm not, you know, I don't have anything that's occupying this space, so, you know, why not?
Just make use of the space, and if other people have mods that make use of the space, well, that's too fucking bad.
Yeah, well, you have to approach it that way because that's how, you know, although that being said, I did, when I was making some of my mods, I did look at some of the ones I was running, if I thought there might be some overlap, right, just to check. Because I don't want to break my own game, right? Okay, so we'll have a nice 9-hour sleep here, and then we'll be able to hit the road.
You awaken feeling rested.
Father says
Yep.
I'm too young to train with the sword, so I practice with my fists.
Yeah, the Jarl's children are all crazy.
Uh,
I think that's where one of the Daedric quests, you know, like there's a connection into that. Okay, well, it's almost time for the sun to go down, so in 5 minutes the sun will go down.
but for now, you get to sizzle like a steak.
Yeah, but it will only last for a minute or two. There, I think it's, yep, it's 7:02 p.m.
Lady, could you spare a coin?
No,
I ain't done nothing.
once I get a chance to buy the house, I'll adopt you, and then everything will be good. It's pretty funny, actually. One time, you know how you, like, well, I don't know if you know, but if you adopt a kid, then you come back every now and then, the kid will come up and talk to you.
Yep.
And ask you questions, or ask you to play a game, or ask you for an allowance.
Yeah.
So the kid comes up to me and asked me for an allowance one time, and I said, sure, here's 1,000 gold, right?
Fuck.
And the kid goes, wow, I could buy everything in the market for that.
You just fucking tanking the economy.
Oh, there is a guard sleeping in here. Okay, here we go. So this is the other place that you can go to feed as a vampire, and particularly this is useful to know if you're playing vanilla vampirism, because in vanilla vampirism you can't really feed on anything unless there's you know, they're sleeping feeding victims.
Whereas you can force feed
in
combat.
Whereas here I can force feed in combat, or I can extract blood potions to consume later, that kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
But vanilla vampirism, and it's been a very long time, I think back in PlayStation 3 days, since I actually played, you know, vanilla vampirism. And yeah, like you can't you know, do a whole lot.
Yes,
Oh, wow, it took you all this time to tell these guys what to do? My God. I can tell that that's not triggered until I walk into this area. Okay. Well, here we go. On our way to Bleak Falls Barrow. So what do you think? Should we have a little bit of followers following me? Where'd they go?
Did they not come out?
They didn't come out. Okay, well.
Well, now I guess you get to teleport them.
Yep, I guess I will just have to summon them. I think did I favorite that one? No. Okay. Tweak command. Actions, summon. Okay. Except for Serana, I guess. Must follow different rules because she's not officially a follower.
Are you going to have to go and get her from...
I'm probably going to
Is she stuck in the castle?
I don't know. Maybe she's stuck in Dragon's Reach again, yeah. Maybe we'll pause for a minute while I go look for her.
Alright. And we're back.
Yes, and Serana was just chilling in Dragon's Reach. For some reason, she didn't follow me out.
She was just lost.
Yeah. And she must not be officially a follower yet.
Because you can't teleport her.
Because I can't teleport her. So that's one of the hazards, I guess, of going too far into one of the DLC quest lines without doing the main quest, right?
But she's still better to have around than no companion at all.
Hey, look, there's a dead guy. Just laying in the middle of the road.
Jervar.
Yeah. I'm going to take his gold, and I guess we'll take his key.
Oh, he's the stable guy, the horse guy.
No, he's not the guy that you buy horses from.
He's just the guy who works the stables.
Yeah, he's just the guy who works there, yeah. Okay. Well. It didn't work.
Did you select him?
I'm pretty sure I did. Right, I think I got him selected. Let's try again. Nope, it doesn't work for him. Okay.
Either that or it does work and you just can't select him. Maybe you resurrected the ground. They're clicking on his foot.
Yeah, okay. We'll try again.
Yep, that changed the ID.
Is that a different number?
That's a different ID.
Okay. There we go.
There you go.
He's alive again.
It's just the way... Oh, you were getting the bush.
Talk to my father, Skolvar.
Yeah, okay.
Trying to resurrect
I was trying to resurrect the bush, yeah.
That's right.
Okay. That didn't work too well. And that horse just went running off over here for some reason. I'm not sure why. But anyway, yes, minor NPCs can still be killed in vampire attacks and things like that. Most of the important NPCs, like merchants and stuff like that, I think now, because I don't even remember what mod I have that does it, but they enjoy some protected status.
Yeah.
So Bellathor doesn't die and then his shop just remains locked forever and that kind of thing. Because I found that
was annoying.
That back in the console days was really annoying. Like especially an important merchant, like somebody that you went and shopped with often, and to suddenly have them removed from the world. And apparently, from what I've read, and also one of our viewers posted, is Isolde is supposed to take over Bellathor's shop, but I personally have never seen that happen.
Maybe it's related to her own quest? I don't know.
I don't know. I really don't. I mean, I remember reading from another source somewhere, too, that Isolde supposedly is supposed to take over Belethor's shop if Belethor dies. But then again, though, if Isolde dies, then who takes over the shop from her?
Nobody.
Anyway, I think we kind of touched on this last episode, where I expressed a thought that maybe it would have been a good idea to just have a random NPC generated after a week or 2 or 3 of game time, you know, as somebody who purchases and takes over the business after the previous owner is killed or something, right?
Totally just a week.
Well, whatever, you know. Make it immersive, but, you know, it would be much more immersive to have that happen, right? Anyway, before we head up to Bleak Falls Barrow, I'm just going to make a quick stop at the cloud storage chest here and drop a couple of things off. Then we'll be ready to go.
Sounds like a plan.
We'll drop off that elven gilded armor. And we'll drop off that necklace. And I don't know if I'll use those or not, but okay, we'll see. Okay. And I'm carrying a lot of potions, but I'm going to drop off some of these scrolls too, because I personally never use them. And we'll drop off some of this stuff, which will lighten our load just a little bit, so that we can pick up more stuff. And see, we've got some miscellaneous things to drop off too. All right. Look at that, I got my carry weight down below 200.
Nice.
I'm fairly sure I looked in here before. Or maybe I did not. Okay, there. That's treasure map number 1 taken care of.
Right on.
Because I couldn't remember if I'd come over and actually done that or not.
Flower picker.
Hey, what can I say? Alchemy is important.
I saw you wrap around that tree and then pause. You had to stop and look at that tree.
It had to be done. Okay, where are you? Oh, hiding. Hiding! Oh, that wolf had a silver ring. So, anyway, I am carrying a couple of daggers, right? But I don't really plan to be a toe-to-toe hacker type. I'm still going to pretty much stick with the bow, I think.
Fair, fair.
That's what I started off with, and I've spent an awful lot of perks on archery already.
See, the dog is amazingly tanky.
Yeah, he is.
If you tried to take those hits from that troll, you'd be done.
Probably. Well, you know what? Maybe he's like, well, he's not that big, but maybe he's like a miniature Kangol or something, right? Okay. There's a bandit standing against that tree right over there.
Who's there?
And you hit it above his head.
I probably did. Oops.
I guess he must have had an apple on his head or something.
Yeah, probably. Well, he's full of ice spikes now.
You're a disgrace to your own kind. You won't live. No more. I yield. I yield.
Oh, there's you.
I love it.
Okay, that takes
You love
care
getting
of
shot in the
you.
face?
Oh, miss me.
I can take you.
Miss me. See that? That does a ton of damage if you bash a target first.
Yep.
I'll recover my arrows. Take her arrows. Take the lockpick. So that's why I'm continuing on with the archery perk because, or perk tree, because that particular perk right here, right? Basically, I got an extra 40% buff to damage after bashing that particular bandit, right?
Mm-hmm.
That one there is, must be a snowdrift there that I didn't see or something.
I don't know how. It just works, okay? It just works. Yeah, actually, there was a time when we get snowdrifts that tall sometimes. Not too often, but sometimes.
I haven't seen snow like that since, for, you know, a very, very long time. I can remember when I was a little kid, the snowbanks on either side of the sidewalk in front of our house were higher than my head.
Yep.
Of course, when you're like 5 years old, you know, it doesn't take much to get higher than your head, but still.
But you also lived up in one of the Northern Territories for a time, didn't you?
Yep. I lived in the Yukon for a little while. And it was cold.
But it snowed a lot, too.
It was so cold, actually, that like we had vehicles parked in the driveway, and basically you didn't drive when it got to be like 60 below, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Like, you didn't drive, you know. But what happened was that it actually shattered the tires on our truck. It got so cold that the rubber actually shattered.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's an expensive repair.
Yeah. Well, back then, I guess. I don't know. But, yeah, and it, you know, like at that temperature, believe it or not, the school buses still ran.
They must have never shut them down.
Yeah, well, what they did was they parked them inside a big shop building and attached hoses to their exhaust and then out through the shop doors, because overhead garage doors in shops, like in automotive shops, have a port that's sort of like a little round opening that's just covered by a cap.
Yeah.
And if you move that cap aside, you can shove a flex hose or something like that out through it if you need to have a vehicle running inside the shop for some reason, right? So it basically just routes all the exhaust outside. And I think basically they just never... and I can remember going out to catch the school bus when it was like 55 or 60 below out in my big parka that had the snorkel or the tunnel style hood that stuck out like 6 inches in front of your face and, and trimmed in fur and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cold. But it was also pretty good because we lived on the edge of the lake out there. And I could literally walk out the front door and across the road and a bit of a patch of grass. And then I'd be at the dock where we had our boat tied up, right?
Nice.
And it was a pretty good lake for fishing.
I guess it's one of the perks of living there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, if you like outdoorsy type stuff,
the territories are good for that.
Then, like it's a good place to live for that, but...
That guy is very determined.
Yes, he is.
Now he's very dead.
Yep. Yes, he is. I think we need to remove some projectiles here. But yeah, that's the fishing thing. That was a thing. Like I used to, when I was a kid, I went fishing with my grandfather a lot, and even with my dad a little bit. But for some reason, our family was never really very interested in hunting, which is why there's no guns in my house or anything like that, because I've just never had an interest in that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And those kinds of things are passed down to you from your family too, right?
Mm-hmm.
If your family's interested in doing that kind of stuff, well then you're probably going to share those interests, right?
I've got a bit of an interest in that kind of thing, but I actually haven't gone out and bought a gun.
Yeah.
Because again, I come from one of those families that never actually owned one.
Oh well, and anyway, I don't really have anything against them, like I just have never been interested in owning one or shooting them or anything like that myself, right? Although, quite a few people in my family are firearm owners and hunters and that kind of thing. And,
Yep.
And growing up in the parts of the country where I grew up, well...
Basically everybody owned a gun.
Yeah, half or more of the people that I knew were, hunting and that kind of thing, and actually owned at least one firearm.
Well, I think even a lot of people in this part of the country own a firearm anyways, just because of how it is.
Well, I don't know about how it is, but like it's mainly, like mostly hunting weapons, right?
Yeah.
I knew one or two guys who were members of gun clubs, mm-hmm. because they were genuinely interested in that kind of thing. And the one guy that I used to work with actually owns a .357 Magnum revolver.
Oh yeah.
But the regulations and stuff on the handling and storage and that kind of thing.
You got to fill out like a big stack of papers.
Also they're extremely demanding, like even to transport it.
Yeah, you got to keep the gun and the ammo separate, and
you have to keep the gun in a locked case while it's in your vehicle and that kind of thing. I guess it's like quite the thing. And when you're transporting it, you're supposed to go directly from your home to the gun club without any detours or anything like that.
Yep.
And then when you're done, if you're carrying it home with you again, then, you know, like, again, no detours, you just go straight home, right?
Can't just carry it in your pants pocket.
No, well, you can't even have it in your vehicle.
Yeah.
If you're not either on your way to
or from
the gun club, right?
Yeah, that's one of the things that's different between here in America. Although it depends on where you live in America too, right? Like regulations are different in every state.
Yeah. No, there's a zombie skeever.
Best zombie. You know, there's a bunch of dead bandits laying around, but we'll raise the skeever.
Yeah. Well, why not? For all I know, maybe the spell is a special case for Serana or other NPCs where it zombifies the lowest level creature within range or something.
Yep.
You know, because why else would you make a zombie goat when there's a perfectly good dead bandit laying right there, right? You know, or skeever or whatever.
You know, I wonder if you could exploit this to make Serana raise certain things. If you were to do, like, wait for that skeever to run out, and then summon a familiar and punch it 3 times to make it hostile, and then get her to raise a zombie.
I don't know.
To fight the familiar. You gotta think about these things.
I don't know. That sounds pretty complicated and convoluted and stuff, so. These bandits are all showing up, like, with scale armor.
Yo, what level are you now? You're pretty high level now.
Level 29. It's almost time to turn the vampire hunters on, actually.
You figure so?
Yeah, I think I'm probably high enough level I can probably handle them now. If I'm careful. I mean, I'm not going to be standing and you know, getting involved in any toe-to-toe hacking matches with them by any means. But, that might be just another interesting little... Oh, yeah, that iron dagger. I want that. That might be just another interesting little wrinkle to introduce into the playthrough here, right? The ultra tough vampire hunters.
Yeah, well, if people see you running around with like a chicken with your head cut off trying to get away from these guys, then yeah, you'll probably be plenty good entertainment.
Yeah.
And then they spawn. Double spawn. Watch, you'll get a double spawn of them.
Anyway, what you do is you go into mod settings here. And into better vampires. I think it's under general options. Yeah, see right now it says no hunters. So you can go solo hunters, hunter pairs, 3. I assume that means 4 or something. What's
I think that's 4.
What's a tetrad? Is that 4?
That's 4.
Okay. Or random. So anywhere from 1 to 4.
Yep.
Right. So I usually when I have it turned on, I usually just go with random. So now, out in the game world, we will occasionally be harassed by
level 50 vampire hunters.
Yes, extremely powerful. However, there is a plus to that, and that is that if you survive without being killed, you get access to silver arrows, silver daggers, silver axes, any of the Dawn Guard weapons. Even though they already sort of behave like silver weapons, well, the special silvered ones that the Dawn Guard vampire hunters get, like from the mod here, are actually stronger against vampires than the normal Dawn Guard weapons are, right?
See, anti-undead.
Yeah. And of course you can also get silver crossbows and silver crossbow bolts and, you know, that kind of stuff too, right? Silver bows and silver arrows. Oh, it sounds like Serana's zombie skeever just hit the big one there. So we're going to go and watch this guy get hit by poison darts and die again. These scaled boots, like they've got elements of scale armor now, right?
Yep.
So
yeah, even this guy.
Yeah, even this guy.
And he's actually a marauder for once.
I don't even know what all the bandit titles mean. Tell you the truth.
I think it just has to do with how tough they are.
Yeah.
And Marauder's one, I think, one of the mid-tier ones. I think.
Okay.
I can't remember.
All right. So that's snake, fish here. So snake. Snake. Fish. And maybe we'll just switch to this to kill those skeevers, because usually they charge in quickly enough and they're fairly easy to kill. I love that humming noise, right? When you ready, see this?
Oh, yep.
And when you ready your drain spell, your vampire drain, it sort of makes that humming noise.
Yep. Contracts a disease.
Actually, that's why I carry around a couple of cure disease potions.
Because 100% disease resistance does not mean 100%.
Well, it used to, but when the survival mode came along, and all of a sudden a bunch of new diseases were invented.
They didn't apply the resistance to them.
They didn't apply the resistance for vampires and werewolves to them, right?
Yeah, it's almost like they're not properly flagged as diseases or something.
Yeah.
It's so weird.
Well, anyways, that's just how that worked out. So I carry a couple of cure disease potions just because it is a bit of an irritant to have your supposedly disease immune character come down with a disease out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
Like it's just about time to recharge my bow again here too.
Where'd you come from?
See, they put the wounded one there so that it's like a intro thing. But if they really want to make a meaningful tutorial for people, they should put in like the Frostbite Spider or Murder Boss Death King. Right in the first dungeon.
Ooh, ow. I tripped over something and it hurt me.
I think bones.
Yeah.
Skeletal bones.
You mean like a giant tundra spider?
Yep, giant tundra spider. First, right there in the dungeon.
Yeah.
Over here. You did it. You killed it. Now cut me down.
That would be rough because any character under level 20 can be one-shotted by one of those things, right?
Yep. But it would also teach you how to use the environment in this area to your advantage.
Well, I do that anyway. I know that thing's too big to fit through that doorway.
Yep.
So I usually let my underlings go in there and take the lumps while I shoot it through the doorway, right?
That's right.
But in this particular case, I wasn't feeling terribly threatened, so...
Yeah, well, you're already pretty high level anyways.
Yeah.
Don't leave me for Arcade's sake.
Oh, okay. He wants me to get him down now. Yeah.
It's coming loose. I can feel it.
Yeah. You're a dumbass. You're gonna die now. See you later. Or rather, I'll see your corpse later.
Yeah, you will actually see his corpse later.
Yeah, and not much later. I'm gonna recharge my bow. love that. He disturbs the Draugr, but they seem to peripherally be able to detect me from here too, from at this range too. Eh?
Yep. Psychic Draugr.
Yep, psychic Draugr.
Hey, you know what? All the Draugr are from, like, previous generations, right? So, in previous generations, guards were psychic. But in the current game, guards aren't psychic.
Well, I don't know. Do you remember, did we really encounter Draugr very much in this playthrough yet?
Somewhat, I think.
Yeah, not too much, though, I don't
Stay
think.
on your guard.
So, Draugr are actually quite dangerous.
Yeah, I think we have, actually, because we went and did the thing with Tolfdir, I think.
Oh yeah, that's right, too. So we did a little bit, yeah.
But yeah, they have all kinds of crazy shouts and everything. Oh, did that guy go and lay back down?
No, he was still laying down.
Who's there?
Okay. I think it's time to... You see that one there? Right? Both of them had a shout.
Yep.
And that one can actually summon things.
Yeah, you need to summon something to fight the summons.
Yeah.
Now there's a whole bunch of them.
Well, that's okay. We'll go with... where is that thing? Here we go.
Oh, you're getting friendly fired there.
Yeah, my wraith thing there knocked down my whoop. Did it again too.
Well, I guess that's something to keep in mind with regarding that summon.
Yeah, because I use the ward as a shield quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because I have a mod called Wards Extended that can be found on the Nexus. And what it does is it actually lets you do things like you can block shouts with wards. You can also block dragon breath attacks with wards and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So long as the damage inflicted is not more than what your ward will protect you against. You know, like as you can see there, the ward can be broken if you are hit by something that causes more damage than the value of the ward, right?
Yep.
And of course, he's probably sitting right on top of that. Okay, he's not. Alright, well, we'll eat him first. And then we'll take his stuff. So, Arvil's journal. The Golden Claw is finally in my hands, and with it the power of the ancient Nordic heroes. Lucan Valerius had no idea that his favorite store decoration was actually the key to Bleak Falls Barrow. Now I just need to get to the Hall of Stories and unlock the door. Legend says there is a test that the Nords put in place to keep the unworthy away, but that when you have the Golden Claw, the solution is in the palm of your hands. Well, that's about as big a hint for a beginning player who's never played before as anything, right? And one good thing about these sleeping Draugr is you can usually sneak up on them.
And put the pointy end in.
Wow, that didn't hurt very much though, did it?
Nope.
See that? That shout broke my ward.
Yeah, and you still took a little damage from
it.
it.
I took a bit of damage from it, but it does
prevent the lingering effect.
Ooh.
Yeah, there's another one woken up down there now too.
Yeah. but you can usually they telegraph when they're going to shout.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, there's a zombie Arvel there. Antique honed silver sword. Okay, that might be valuable, and I'm going to take that too. And actually, Draugr shouts are probably far more dangerous than their... There, Serana just broke my ward there with her ice spike. See, I've got one stuck in me now.
Yep.
Yeah. Whoops. The arrows, I guess. Then we'll remove some magic. We'll remove some projectiles so I don't have to walk around with an ice spike sticking out of me.
Because it doesn't look nice.
It doesn't look nice, no. Looks nasty. And we'll see if these Draugr are carrying anything good here. So, as you can see, I'm not terribly effective using a weapon just yet, aside from the bow.
Well, that's because you decided, though, that you're going to focus on the bow for a while, though, too. So.
Yeah, except that the bow is it's kind of hard to hit those Draugr that are...
Sneak bash?
That are, you know, like sleeping in those alcoves.
Yeah, I guess you can't sneak bash.
No.
You actually can't sneak bash. Walk up to him point blank and shoot him with an arrow then, I guess.
Well, except that I can't use my ward to shield myself from his shout then if he decides to shout at me when he gets up, right?
He does have to go through that long-ass animation to get up first, though.
Orcish halberd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has to go through that long-ass animation to actually stand up, though. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you could equip and change things that you needed to change in that amount of time.
Yeah, well, that's okay. I got through it anyway. So now, we're going to do a quick save here, just in case things go wrong. Because I am running a mod called Lethal Traps.
And that means that all traps are actually lethal.
Well, those swinging blade traps particularly are really, really bad.
Yeah, they will actually kill you.
They will actually kill you. And so... Oops. We're removing... Well, I'm going to have to change that too, because that could be rather inconvenient at the wrong time. Okay. Yeah, okay. So, there we go. We got this together now. So I'm going to slow time as these things swing. Oh, wait a minute. I've got to get... Yeah, okay.
You got to get a whole bunch of shit together.
There, I got it together now. All right. So we're going to slow time as these blades swing, and then we'll just do that to get through. Before I got the mod where I can do that rolling dodge, I used to have to just try and sprint through there.
Yep, that's what I do.
And that is actually kind of difficult. And occasionally, if I got the timing wrong, I would be killed. But the combination of the roll and the brief slow time effect that I can get actually works quite nicely to get me through there without getting killed. Wait for the fire to burn out. I always like to trigger these areas before I go through them, in case one of them accidentally gets triggered.
Yeah, and then you don't get lit on fire. It could get triggered by a shout, I'd imagine, too.
There, you see that gray, foggy cloud kind of thing that
yeah,
went
that's
by?
like the shout of death.
That is one of the deadliest shouts in the game, right? It's like hugely damaging. And the fire is pretty bad too, especially if you happen to be a vampire.
Yep.
I hit the wall.
That big fat ass wall.
Yep. But anyway, I came through that all right. But that's why you want to use the wards to protect yourself and use some other method other than the bow when you're fighting with Draugr, right? That's the one weakness to the archery technique, I think.
Well, you did go and join the college for a reason.
Yeah. Which is why I usually try and have a backup plan too, right?
Yep.
Because you need some other way to be able to fight in order to be able to protect yourself from those shouts, which are really, really bad. Oh yeah, right. Hungry. Well, that actually did enough damage to kill him outright, even without dual casting.
Nice.
But I think I will probably get dual casting destruction at some point as well, because it does make your destruction spells do a fair amount more damage.
Wow, this dead guy has 2 pickaxes.
Yeah.
In case you needed a second one.
Yeah. Actually, I never thought about it. I should have picked one up so that I could do the dual wield mining thing.
Oh god. Yeah, you were telling me about that the other day.
Yeah.
You showed me that the other day.
Where I was able to equip a pickaxe in each hand, and then you could like dual wield swing at the ore vein.
God. And you just gotta smith those pickaxes up.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be an interesting challenge to play someday.
Play pickaxe only?
The pickaxe challenge, right? The weapons that I'm going to choose to use are going to be pickaxes.
You'd be screwed. You'd be screwed. As a guy who does the melee combat thing, you'd be screwed.
Yeah. Okay, that worked out pretty well.
Not bad.
Wow, I'm tall enough here that I don't even have to climb up the wall to pick those ones.
Yo, it's because of your super mega platform shoes.
Yeah. Well, and the fact that, according to the guy who did the Heights of Skyrim mod, he actually, in the mod page, he posted a chart that gave the average heights of all of the different races, right?
Yeah, yep.
And so this character, even without the platform shoes, is about the same height as an Aldmeri elf, right?
Yeah.
And Aldmeri elves are actually like 6'4" or something like that.
Yeah, they're like
they're
short basketball players.
Yeah, like they're the tallest people in Tamriel, right?
Yep.
So with these ridiculously high platform shoes on, I suppose Winter here is probably almost 7 feet tall, right?
Yep.
And actually, even just the typical Nord, like Serena there, I can't remember now what they said for Nord women, but I think Nord men are like on average 6'1" or 6'2" or something like that.
Oh, okay, yep.
Yeah. And even Bretons who look like they're kind of short little people, well, they're still like 5'9" or something, right? So they're not that little.
Damn it, everybody in Skyrim is taller than me.
Well, see, at one time, the Osmer elves were really short, right?
Yeah, I know, I was taller than them.
Well, except for the females, for some reason.
Yeah.
Because Winterfrost in Oblivion, I mean, I didn't modify that character at all.
She was just tall.
She was just that tall, right? Along with all other Bosmer elf females, right? Well, that one looks like a Draugr Deathlord or something.
Well, he's a Draugr Deadlord now.
Yep, Overlord. See, I don't know. I think I'm going to pick that up. I got enough room. I think it'll get me ebony ingots if I break it down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's all sorts, with immersive creatures, there's all sorts of different types of Draugr too now that are introduced into the game, right?
Yep.
And I don't know, I think it's Revenge of the Enemies that actually gives them the ability to like shout multiple times and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Because I know in vanilla, I think that only the really, really highest level Draugr could do a shout.
Yeah, they're not really all that scary in vanilla.
Yeah, because I can remember there was one that was sort of like a boss one in one of the Nordic ruins that had a disarm shout. Okay, here we are at another one of these things again.
Your favorite.
And this is generally why I go and visit Farengar before I, rush into this place. Because Farengar sells that, that stutter, momentarily slow time spell, right?
Yep.
Stay on your guard.
And now here comes the attack of the Draugr.
Yep, the attack of the Draugr. And that's a tricky thing too, because you just barely burst through. They're avoiding the okay, well. That one's pretty tanky, like everybody's like hacking away at him. Oh, that one there's an archer there too. He just shot me, right?
Yep. Yeah. Now you're bleeding.
Now I'm bleeding.
But it's not his arrows that you have to worry about, it's the shout.
Yep. Well, I mean, I wouldn't want to get shot by too many arrows either, because
he'll do the same thing.
That bleed damage can really add up, right?
Yep.
But, so long as you avoid taking too much damage from that, then you're probably okay. Let's see if these guys had anything interesting on them. Oh, he had some valuables. That guy, not so much. There's like a potion of resist cold. Bump my head on that thing and it falls and lights me on fire,
oh,
right?
Fuck. I wonder if you could jump into it.
I don't know. I've never tried.
You gotta give that a try. For science.
No, I'm not going to do that. You think we should?
Yep.
Okay, we'll quick save first in case we die.
For science.
I think you can actually. Well, maybe you can't.
I'm pretty sure you hit it.
Well, yeah, I think like you can shoot them with a bow, right? Or you can, yeah, I can't actually disturb it with my body. Okay, there, we did it. Happy now?
Death averted.
Okay.
Although you know what they say, play stupid games.
Huh. No, what do they say?
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Oh, I don't think I've ever heard that.
Really? You've never heard that saying?
No. Might have been a little after my time, I don't know.
Oh, now you're making me feel young.
Yeah. You're not helping this process any.
Like, really? It's that sandbox
Just
AI.
gotta be the center of attention all the time, don't you? Although this one isn't as bad as some. Like some of these things, if you you know, get distracted by Serana and fuck up on the door combination, a bunch of spears can shoot out of the ceiling and impale you, or something equally unpleasant, right?
I don't think I've ever fucked up on one of those, so I wouldn't know.
Well, neither have I, but I'm pretty sure that Serana was trying her best there to make that happen.
Yep. What's that one, a dart trap again? I don't think I've ever fucked up on that one.
Actually, there is no trap on this one, because this is sort of like the beginner's dungeon, you know? Like normally when you're going through here, you're probably like level 7 or 8 or something.
Yep.
Although they did level the enemies to, you know...
Your level.
To my level. But this is just about the latest that I've ever waited before going in here too, right?
See, I always knew about that chest. But you're the one who showed me that there's another chest in here.
Yeah, I know, but that's because I'm a flower picker and explorer, right? See, you're too busy focusing on, you know, hacking up the bad guy with whatever two-handed weapon happens to be available.
That's because it's very effective.
But you don't really pay too much attention to what goes on around you.
Well, I pay attention to, like, how I can use the environment to better position myself to stick two-handed weapon into bad guy.
Glass War Axe of Shocks.
Nice. But that's about it.
Gauntlets of Major Smithing. Okay, sure. I think that's all I want out of there. Yeah.
That's about as far as I get to observing the environment, is how to better put pointy end in a bad guy.
There. Now I have learned the unrelenting force shout. Huh.
That is completely ineffective.
Yeah, that didn't do very much, did it? That's why I go over here and I let my underlings do the dirty work while I shoot this guy.
Uh-oh. Don't know what that was.
It was like a...
But it hurt.
A freeze everybody kind of a thing, right? And of course, this one's particularly bad because he summons things and,
and shouts and
he
everything
shouts
else.
Fire and ice and all kinds of stuff, right? He's a Draugr Death Overlord, which I think is actually a higher level Draugr than the Draugr Death Lord is.
Yep.
Anyway, we'll take our Dragonstone and our gold and Imperial Ebony Sword.
It's pretty lightweight.
Is it?
Yeah, only 15 pounds.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit more than what I can carry around, but I can probably get somebody to carry that for me. Right, Gloss Time?
All right.
Yeah, you carry this Bro Greatsword for me. Okay, well. Anyway, we've looted him, and we picked up the stone and
handled the challenge readily.
Handled the challenge. We'll do a little healing here.
I honestly thought that was going to be a longer fight than it was.
Well, it is if you're by yourself, right? But when you've got 2 or 3 companions with you, it definitely does make it easier.
Yeah.
Especially when you play like an archery style like I like to play. Having those companions act as, even if they are getting their asses kicked, having them act as a distraction long enough for me to be able to put a few arrows into the guy really, really helps, right?
Yeah.
Because I don't know that I would be much of a match for that guy in a toe-to-toe hacking match, right?
Probably not. Especially not with all the mods you run.
Yeah. Anyway, what are we looking at for time here?
We are an hour 25.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to finish this up in the next episode then, but at least we got through Bleak Falls Barrow.
Indeed.
Yeah, and in the next episode, we'll do a little bit of bow and arrow fishing.
Oh?
Yeah.
All right.
Until then,
I'm Rec B5.
And I am Sandman99.
Have a good one.